Hello, everybody. My name is Neapolitan, and this is Hooked on You. So this is Dead by Daylight dating sim. So thank you to my friend Evil Penguin for gifting me this game. So the so Dead by Daylight is one of those games that I like playing like in between other games. So like if I'm not quite sure what I want to play or if I want to like read a book or something, I'll play like Dead by Daylight while I'm waiting. Um like in between queue times or what have you. But yeah, I I'm a little speechless that this is happening. I know that people were talking about this for like an April Fool's joke years ago. And it actually happened. I don't know if I'm happy or I'm probably happy, but we'll see how this goes. I have no idea how intense this content is. It's probably more memey than not, but that being said, let's dive into it. Uh, what should you call me? Oh, oopsie. Oh, 1 second, it's not letting me do that. Okay. Oh, I guess, Ah! Okay. Let's try this again. We'll just go with Nia. There we go. That's fine. I like the music. It's pretty fun. And like the texture on the screen is really nice. You know what? This is a really excellent game to like come out during the summer. Makes you think about like going in a pool or, not being hot as hell right. Okay. It's gonna be weird because it's actually like the name of one of the characters. Anyway. Cough, cough, cough. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the insides of your throat as if you'd nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. Wow. Well, to be fair, if you have water in your lungs for too long, you can get some brain damage, but that's a little concerning. What you do know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Cough, cough. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Because I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An eternity, if you catch my drift. Whoa now, Ocean. Sorry, Nia. May I continue? Please, go on. Okay, then as I was... Cough, cough. As I was saying... You look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a nearly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Oh! A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit, a stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? It's me. However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Dig up that face. It's talking to me, I think. Ew. You brush the sand away from it, the half-buried human head embedded in the ground before you. Thank you. There is no body, just this head. As you pick it up, flakes of skin fall to the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. Wow. Can I kink shame the ocean? Is that the next step in my life? You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what has otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose, so you deposit it. Why, that's a nice gold coin you got there. What if you were to spend it right now? On what? No thanks. Look, I'm gonna level with you here. That coin you found is mine. I dropped it yesterday and I've been looking all over for it. Dropped it into a dead person's mouth? Yes. Very oddly specific. Is this the entity? Did they just stick a coin in somebody's mouth? I mean, that's not really quite the proper burial rites, but okay. Can you just give it back? I mean, you know what? If it's the entity, I'm tempted to say no, but since they asked nicely, here, fine. You hand the coin over to the me, I guess. It makes sense, trust me. In exchange, you receive the answer to one of your following questions. Where am I? How do I get there? And can I have my gold coin back? Okay. Can I have my gold coin back? No, you can't. But you can have this. Oh. I heard that this is an incredibly useful perk called Up the Ante that will give you a little bit of extra luck just when you need it most. I never use this and I never use this one, but that's okay. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation as you feel something soft bump on... is it another head? Oh my god. Anyway. A soft bump into your foot. Oh! Wilson? Is that's definitely Wilson. When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting on the sand there next to you. You stare frozen. A voice calls up from behind you. I don't know what voice to give her. A little help, please? You turn around when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Hell yeah. She looks so cute. Uh-oh. I like that the print matches. Well, the print kind of goes with, like, his skin. She's so pretty. There he is. Big Daddy Trapper. 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Monstrously attractive people. No, I'm kidding. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and Already? You guys didn't even buy me dinner yet. Via your eyes. Thanks, guys. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know. Not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. I mean, to be fair, they are covered in blood. I think that's a fair assessment. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. They didn't even give me the heart radius thing. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at this monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters. Nice. What do you do? Toss it back! They want their volleyball back. You bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting on the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger! Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty. That's okay. It's natural. Try hard much? They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Are you frightened? Worried? Excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they're looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. They kinda did. They kinda walked up to me and were like, hey, give me that ball. Don't be scared, Nia. You were made for this. Made for... Did the ocean make me? Ocean Daddy? Anyway. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. And I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. And you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract my total domination? That was Wraith. That sign means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw butterfly. There's too much blood on their hands, okay? Butterfly or something. Look, I don't care why this slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill him or not? No, you can't. At least not yet. Oh yeah, not yet. Hey, Nia, you might want to, you know, say something. Actually, never mind. There will be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned. Answer quickly and answer- oh, fuck. Oh, God. Okay. This is a time quiz, and it will be very important later. Oh, shit. Is this, like... I don't know if you guys ever played, like, Monster Prom or any of those games, but, like... At the beginning, you have, like, a quiz that, like, gives you different properties or, like, skills that, impact who will be interested in you or not. I feel like that's the exact same thing. Okay, gotta be quick. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one, I can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? I am very attractive. Yeah, I'd say I'm very attractive. That's what you think very attractive is compared to this. Flex. Trapper flexes his muscles, and his muscles are so tight you can practically see the blood running through his veins. Ew. Always specific. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Flight. Flight for sure. Technically, I suppose I can fly. Oh. Technically, I suppose I can fly. Honestly, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. As far as I go, I'm still not where I want to be. What was your best subject at school? History. Actually, it was like English and history. They were tied, but anyway. History? Nice. It's important to know what came before so we are not doomed to repeat humanity's mistakes. I mean, we always will. Well, sorry, we will anyway, but still. What's your favorite animal? Dog. Dogs are good. You look absolutely adorable in a little puppy mat. Okay, I'm not Joey Wheeler. You can't put me in a dog suit. I refuse. What's your favorite color? Blue. Blue isn't good for productivity. Makes people want to be lazy. That's not true. What's your dream job? Not working at all. If we get to do what we really want, why work at all? It takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations to climb the ladder. Only she could spin laziness into some kind of grand crusade. These damn millennials. He called me out. I'm actually a millennial. I wonder how many Gen Zers are playing this and going, I'm not a millennial. Best flavor of ice cream? Neapolitan. Oh, fuck. Vanilla. We're not going to talk about the last option here. My favorite flavor is pain. Oh my god. Okay. Same here. ... Oh no. Mine is vanilla, swirled with pain. Oh my god. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream, am I right? Hold on a second, this reminds me. I am right, always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator. You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what is the best flavor of ice cream? Mint, mint, mint. He said mint. The best flavor is mint chip. So obedient. So you think I think you're gonna do just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Same! Dude, you know, we're cut from the same cloth, and that's not just because you're my killer main. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time. But the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates us so much. I mean, she was technically murdered by her dad. And societal expectations, I guess. Anyway. Oh, wait, no, wait. I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and it's almost exactly what happened. Yeah. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Is she gonna give me a hug? I like hugs. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Girl body. Wow. I mean, I think she's doing pretty good anyway. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever. Oops. Whatever, fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me, I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise we'll do this all day. Besides, I know this crew, and I do. They'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's a massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about a volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out, right there. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Same. Where do you want to go? So I had like a little tiny poll with my friends, and they want me to either go for Huntress or Spirit, and I think I'm getting along with the Huntress a little bit better this round, so we'll go with the volleyball. I hate that I interrupted your game. You should finish it. Yay, I love to play outdoors. I also love to meet new people. I also love to bring them home to play. I'm sort of a big kid at heart. Obviously you are too. I like you already. I hate people who are too serious. They ruin everything. And they do if you don't handle them swiftly. I feel personally attacked because whenever I play against a Huntress, they usually focus me down pretty fast. Thanks, Huntress. I like the honesty in this. I feel like they kind of like looked at the player types that typically play these characters that gave the personality based off of that to some degree. Hold on! For just 1 moment. I should give him better voice, but anyway. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They look great. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. Did they kill the rest of the help? Also, why is Dwight not in the locker? Inaccurate. This place we call Murder's Island. Cue dramatic floral music flourish. None of the others survived, yeah. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall therefore, herefore, refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here for a long time, so very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry. Anyway, we should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with nervous energy that is starting to give them the creeps. Me, the creeps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. At least the least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you can do is help us get off this Dwight! Yes, pardon me, please. Follow us. Hey, narrator? Yes, something I can help you with? Those two, Claudia and Dwight. Did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? Them? Oh, no, 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 no. I think you're mistaken. It seems like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right, that. Yes, that's true, he was. But he just meant that he wants to get the other vacation getaway. A couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now. Off we go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter, mostly. When I agree with them. Not like that other island. So what'll it be? Weren't we doing volleyball? Wow, it's so exciting to have someone else into athletics on the island. Spirit and Wraith are so boring and Trapper is so predictable, relying on brute strength to win games. He has no respect at all for grace and skill. Thank goodness you didn't choose the yacht. What kind of person wants to be a sitting duck in the middle of the ocean? You're just asking for a sneak attack from an elk. An elk? Oh my god. Does she have a fear of elk? Can I get like an elk suit outfit in the game as a survivor so I can sneak up on the hunters? Okay, wondered how long it would take her for her to bring up an elk attack. Game's starting up again. Make sure you're watching close. She's really something, huh? Elk don't swim. Live in the forest long enough. Live in the forest long enough and you'll see an elk swim, believe you me. Cheers for me, cute stuff? Sorry, cheer for me, cute okay. Aren't I playing with them? You know what? Actually, no, it's probably a better idea if I don't. The killers resumed their place on the volleyball court and resumed the match they were playing before you arrived. Hey, fancy a lemonade? I see you working up a thirst eyeing those bouncing playing... Excuse me, Claudette. Claudette hands you a lemonade. Oh, so fresh, so tart. She leans in and whispers in your ear. Who would you bet on to win, Who's the MVP of your little heart? You're nervous. You don't want any of the killers to hear you talking about them, or not talking about them, if they're into that sort of thing. Just pick someone, please. It's not like we've got all day, night, week, month, year, lifetime, eternity, or anything. Is he crying? Who put sand in that guy's shorts? Sheesh. Okay, I think, let's go Bunny. Huntress? Oh, shoot, Huntress overheard you. Aw, you've got an eye on me. I'm flattered you think I'm good, but honestly, I'm a little annoyed that I've been so flashy with my moves. Usually I'm so sneaky that you can barely see me at all. Huntress is totally kicking my butt. Correct answer. I'm allowed to support the other people on this island, right? Oh geez, I have no idea what the rules are here. Are there even rules? I should have stayed in my secret Larry. Wow, what a game! It's a tie! Can there even be a tie in volleyball? No one knows since this is everyone's first time play. What were they doing? Was there... I thought you said that they were doing this for an eternity. Like, if Claudette and Dwight were doing this for an eternity, managing this area, and they had a volleyball court, I think that they'd probably play this. Unless they're lying to me. Are you lying to me, entity? These killers don't usually have time for team sports amid their busy schedule of brutally tearing survivors to shreds. Hey, is Claudette crying? Are you okay, Claudette? Probably just shedding a tear for her lost fellow survivors. You know, this resort had 4 employees when it opened. It's nothing, I'm totally fine. Whatever you say, boss. Oh look, the killers have dispersed and are all cooling down in their own way. Spirit is reading a novel, Trapper is stretching sensually in between chainsaw curls. Wraith is standing on the beach desperately hoping that the sand will swallow him up, and Wraith is like so mean, that's so funny. I'm not into like these guys. And Huntress is doing some target practice with her bloodied hatchet. You feel a nudge. Dwight is looking at you expectantly. You should really make a move. Life is short. You could get snuffed out any time of day. Carpe diem. Carpe PM. Carpe nowem. Go ahead, chat one of them up. So which which killer has caught your eye? Well, we know we're going for the Huntress this time. You head over to the Huntress. After all, this whole sporty hangout thing was her idea. Might as well see how she's doing. You were really great out there. Where do you learn to move like that? Whose moves? My moves? These moves? They're nothing. Huntress blushes a bit from beneath her mask. It's cute on cute, if you ask me. Something you gotta look past some bloodstains? Sometimes, okay. Sometimes you gotta look past some bloodstains. A lot of men have run for their lives in my presence. You really learn a lot about what the human body is capable of in those types of scenarios. I love to exercise. In a way, they're all running for our lives when we keep in shape. We're all running for... I guess I never thought of fitness that way. Maybe it's time to start. You should know who is coming for you through the brush as fast as they can, propelled forward by hunger, desperation, or just plain old boredom. Doesn't seem like boredom is going to be your problem surrounded by all these characters. Survival, on the other hand, you're gonna need to compensate for your lack of a killer instinct. What's your style? I don't think she cares for imagination. That's true, I got both, but let's go for grit for her. I might not be strong, but I'm tough. You know what I mean? Like, chewy? She did not seem to know what you mean. Like, ready for anything? To do what it takes to survive. Oh, sure, like hold your enemy's head in the river until the shouts stop and the rushing water takes his life away with. Holy crap. Okay, Huntress. Maybe not anything, but I'm ready for a lot of things. Get ready to impress, because we're just getting started. Come on, everyone, the fun and games can't be over yet. I get it. Volleyball, not ruthless enough. Look at us, we crave action, we crave excitement, we crave the thrill of the hunt. It's time to see if our friend here has the hunter's instinct. I saw you surveying me like prey on the volleyball court, Nia. Huntress waves a bloody axe in the air and you step back nervously before you realize she's not waving it at you, she's handing it to you. That's a new one. It's usually the opposite. Don't worry, I got several of these. It's important to hone your skills, especially when you're in a new place where threats may lurk around every corner. The threat's right in front of me. Anyway. You need to make sure that you are the biggest threat of all. Just don't aim those things at me. You can't even see me. Minigames consists of 2 parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. and on the bottom, a target that you're going to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar to stop the pointer while over the target to win. Fail to land the target and you will lose. I'm using a gamepad this time because I didn't want you guys to hear the click, click, click. I'll see how this works, and if it doesn't work, then I'll shake it up. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not the end. Okay, ready to play? Or would you like me to repeat that? We're good. Ready. Away we go. Show 'em what you got. Perfect! Perfect! Oh. Not bad. Oh! Not bad. Perfect! I'm impressed. A worthy opponent. I mean, could have been better, but who's keeping score? For the record, I am. And you got 8 points. Hatchet throwing? Cool, I guess. I like my stabbing to be a bit more up close and personal. Somewhere a loud horn blows and the survivors snap into action. Time's up! You heard him! Get to the next activity! She seemed mad. Why was she mad? Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area and find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. I don't have cable, I have Netflix. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. Oh, great, terrific. It seems that everybody wants to sit beside you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Wait, Trickster's in here too? Oh, there he is. Hi, Trickster. Oh yeah, Trickster's here. Surprised? Well, yeah, well, they don't call him Expected-ster. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, Nia. Real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think is a choice. Think you see is a choice. Got that? Yeah, because the entity's never wrong. Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite to you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous, sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. Was it half and half? Like 6 hours in love, 6 hours of hate? They like pain. Shouldn't it be like slowly prepared with pain? We do hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you were serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which, you know, considering what you've been up to, who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. You need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's, like, technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping, let's eat. Hey Nia, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of... No, surely not. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree, but when you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change, because I am with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. You two are ridiculous bicep swinging. You two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough! Grow up! Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs. The hell it is! Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop. I hate it when we fight or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Vezarov. Great! Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to death. Hey, Nia, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean, Okay. Okay. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 straight hours. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value of maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tetanus. To be fair, tetanus is quite frightening. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Oh my god. Why? Felix! Oh my god. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Minigames consist of two parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. On the bottom, a target that you're going to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is completely visible, sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar to stop the pointer while over the target to win. Fail to land on the target and you will lose. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not the end. Okay, ready to play? Or would you like me to repeat that? It's the same as the axe one, but I guess some people didn't do that before. Ready. Away we go. Slice. Oh. Perfect. Perfect. That's good. Not bad. Perfect. Oh. You missed completely. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. I'm not a huge fan of machetes either. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sound, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involve lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean... Come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 90%. 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to smash the stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about Nia. Number two is not number two. Sorry, no number two. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my chest of track connects anymore. True. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. True. Wow. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. Bum bum. Bum bum. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? I don't want to offend them by saying it's gross because they're eating it and they're eating Felix. Look at the seal! Wow, you ever see a seagull that big? I haven't. It's incredible. Anyway, what were we talking about? Lame misdirect. Yeah, she's right, Nia. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here? Yes, you did. Poor thing. You have no idea the last time you ate a meal. And you've been standing out in the sun. But the seagull. Uh-oh. He just made a lot of good points. I swear. You're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you'll pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious, I gotta give it to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on. I'm back. One more piece of advice. You made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. It's in your best interest to make more choices that I like. Is it? You wake up to find Huntress holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cold water in your mouth. Oh good, you're okay. Sometimes I try and care for people. They have a way of ending up less alive than when I started. Which would be a total bummer if that happened to you. It's been so long since I had a normal, healthy, happy, healthy, living person around. Usually I'm just falling into the same old routine of smashing everyone's head open with an ash before I really get to know who they are as a person. But you're not nearly as scared or too busy writhing in pain to see me for me. Maybe all that tunneling was a call for affection all along. You feel nervous in her arms, not just because there may be crushing you a little bit, but because she's beautiful. Yes, beautiful, but I was just gonna narrate that fact, not, say it out loud in a single word, like some creep. Beautiful mask, your bunny mask, it's quite gorgeous. Nice recovery, but now you're awake and talking, you gotta keep this up. Did you make it yourself? You're the first person to ever ask me that. Yes, I did. You seem so quirky and cool, you could do anything. Own an Etsy store, be a doctor, why is it that you kill people? Hunter sighs. You can practically see the memories flickering across her eyes, but she hasn't tried to kill you yet, so that's a good sign. It's all I was ever taught to do as a young girl, so I thought it was right. Even through the mask, you can see how Huntress is blushing a bit. It seems like your line of questioning has made her a little nervous. Hey, you didn't eat much at dinner. Want a snack? She offers you some jerky, perhaps human jerky. I don't want it. But her spice game is on point because it smells pretty damn good. Decline. I'm a vegetarian, thanks though. Huntress grunts in judgment. Humans are at the top of the food chain for a reason. Well, what's this? You found something in the sand. Huntress reaches down to pick it up. It's a hair clip, definitely left by some little girl who was playing on the beach long ago, who is definitely still alive and not at all dead. Huntress closes the bag of jerky with the hair clip. Seems like she's a little mixed up on how exactly this particular item works. Should you go with the flow, or show up some of your knowledge of advanced humaning? Go with the flow. Huntress is admittedly a little scary. Might be best not to correct her at this moment. What if she gets upset? She could probably kill you with nothing more than this very clip itself wielded as a blade in her nimble fingers. Probably. But honestly, would she even need the clip? Certainly her bare hands are enough to get the job done. You take a gulp thinking about just how fragile your puny little neck is. Also, between the fainting, human jerky, and probable dead girl's hair clip, you're feeling ready to get back to the group and have a lie down. Good thinking. Wouldn't want that jerky to dry out. I hate to break this to you, but never mind. Oh yeah, because the jerky's already dried out. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and quickly spin around, ready to defend yourself, to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on the strange island. Only to find it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary. You know what, that's fine. And attend to each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this event's activities. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick, no time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, go, go! Once everyone has gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, hasn't been sticking to... Oh, sorry, this is Claudette. But somebody, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind on time for evening activities. And we will only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, and story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that that only one person gets a share? How will we decide who? Oh great, we'll have to decide as a group. That never goes well. Who did this? Step out now! I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how the whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald, if you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick that I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. He doesn't know their names. He doesn't. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost like all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. Nemo? Nemo's Latin for nobody? Is that... yeah, nobody. But we still gotta get on story time, so... Nia, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it. That's a name. Please, pick somebody quickly so this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Okay, Huntress. I choose you! Huntress! She's a Pokemon now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? That's cute. Huntress steps up to tell her story. The campfire flickers in her faraway eyes. There's a village outside the deep and ominous redwood. No child dared step foot past the threshold of thick trees and brush that separated safety from the unknown. Grown men that ventured in often would never return to the sounds that echoed out into the village were something inhuman. The women of the town told the story to the young children, hoping that it would be enough to dissuade them from curious exploration beyond the boundaries of the village. They told of a creature that looks in the woods, half woman and half beast, singing like a siren, haunting, beautiful. Her voice, the last relic of her humanity. It lulls all who hear into her domain, and not precocious child nor fierce soldier can escape once you are in her clutches. Those who have seen her say she wears a mask of hair stained in blood of so many poor souls. The hatchet she wields has been brought down brutally on the skull of many an unsuspecting hunter. The nightmare doesn't end there. For what For what's a hungry beast to do in the frigid winters with nothing but hunter meat to live off of? It is said that the huntress, as the villagers call her, couldn't bring herself to kill the young girls she came across in the forest. Instead, they'd suffer an even worse fate. Longing for the child of her own, she'd bring them back to her secluded cabin to keep them safe. She'd wrap a tight cord of rope around their necks and affix them to the wall. That way, they'd be warm. That way, they'd be out of harm's way. The huntress would even bring the girls presents, toys she'd pilfer from other bodies, masks she fashioned out of things from the cottage, and little dolls made of grass and twigs. But these toys did nothing to quell the children's fear. Within days, the girls would waste away from starvation and dehydration. For all her good intentions, the huntress never learned how to care for a human child. You see a tear creep down from underneath Huntress's mask. Suddenly, the most beautiful singing voice you ever heard filled the air. I am not singing that. I'll read it, though. Sleep, my darling tiny one, tucked within your bed so tight, else the old grey wolf will come along and grab you by your side. There's a brief moment of silence, and you feel the need to contribute to the stirring moment. Slow clap. Clap. You stand up and clap once, then after a beat again, slowly building a dramatic group clap. Ray stands next to you and claps. No one else. Thanks, Ray. You know what? Ray's my guy. I like him. You're clapping. It lacks energy. You must be tired. Huntress isn't interested in whatever it is you're trying to do and walks off bored. Aw, no, I've messed up. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves you and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shores. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island. The only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Huntress approaches you. Of course you liked my story. Who wouldn't? It had everything. Cute kids, dead men, a huntress. I find that all stories are better with the sound of a burning fire filling the air around you. All the smoke, however, I could do without. I'd rather eat barbecue than smell like it. Let's rinse off all of that campfire with a dip in the hot tub, shall we? Dipping in hot tubs with the huntress. You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her, an offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. I like hot tubs. You and your storyteller friend slip in the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion can handle it. Why would the shark be jealous? Before you run off, I wanted to make something clear. You know that half-woman, half-beast I was talking about in my story? That's me. I'm her. No way, how cool. That's really awesome. Thanks for being vulnerable and telling such a personal story. Huntress faux shyly twirls her hair. To tell the truth, what do you think of my tale? Do I have the makings of a best-selling author, such as the comedic mastermind Dostoevsky? It was a really well-told narrative. Clear beginning, middle, and end, riveted from the start. Plus, the women in the forest, I mean you, are clearly not a true villain. You were just a traumatized child. Okay, now you're just being a suck-up. Huntress's eyes glare at you from behind her mask. She's had her time in the spotlight and is playing coy now. Chuckle awkwardly. You chuckle awkwardly at Huntress's statement of the obvious. Why are you laughing? I can't help but giggle when I'm both about to die and also maybe falling in love. You can't believe how awkward this intimidating woman seems right now. It's actually pretty endearing. You notice the temperature has dropped significantly despite your steamy company. It's a little chilly and your bare shoulder must be freezing. Let's head back to the fire and put me to... Okay. It put me to bed, eh? We hate to intrude on whatever smooth moves we're about to unveil themselves, but it's time for bed. Hey, you're supposed to be nobody, Dwight! Anyway. Usually nighttime is when I do my best hunting. But after a day like today, even I'm pretty tuckered out. Will I see you tomorrow, Nia? Only if I don't see you first. Make a cute little a cute little bow hunting motion. Huntress catches the imaginary arrow you shoot at in her teeth and then bites down hard, snapping it in half. At least you think that's what she's doing. It's kind of hard to tell. Good night, my little snack. I am a snack. I am a tasty snack. I am the tastiest of snacks. I'm sure that wasn't a reference to actually eating it. You don't know that. You don't, Felix. It's fine. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Huntress's story of the half-human beast that abducted all of those innocent children. An attempt to save them that led to their doom. Are you a mistaken prisoner here on this island? Is this your salvation? Or will it be your demise? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar creepy smile stretching from ear- Why are they creepy? What? Okay. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable, or die trying. They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease? Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the type who will want to rob... Our other guests aren't the type you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Minigames consist of 2 parts. On top of... Okay, yes. Yes. This is the same. Is a special minigame, perfect for the less coordinated because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever the pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it to, that's a bit like losing, but no one has to know if you don't tell them. Okay, ready to play? Or would you like me to repeat that? I'm ready. Away we go! As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might adjust the dial and fix it. Oh fuck, I don't... 96 is a good number.
Alright,
Probably.
let's talk about our community. For us, it means 2 major things. First of all, the community is you out there. It's you and everybody else either playing the game or talking about the game or creating content relating to the game or being inspired by the game to write music or
Okay.
make outfits. It's everybody that...
Turn it off. I was hoping for like some relaxing music or something. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't fall asleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? Huntress! Huntress, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Huntress appears in an instant. You really didn't hear her coming. She's more than happy to tell you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. Tea! I love tea! If a Soviet lullaby doesn't work, this special mushroom tea has always done the trick. When I'm not coating the blade of my hatchet in it to ease the passing of my victims, I'm steeping it in a piping hot mug of water. Try it. You do. You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky, but now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. Really worked up a sweat watching those killers toss the ball around, huh? Would it have hurt so much to go splash around in some cool ocean waves afterwards? I'm just saying. I'm out here, you know? Wait, is the ocean? Can I date the ocean? I want to date the ocean. You wake up suddenly to see someone looming over you. Is it a Huntress? No. Oh my god. Hi. Hi. Trapper is sitting beside you, sketching a portrait. Oh, you're awake! I saw you with Huntress right before bedtime. You should know they're not what they seem. Not like me, who is obviously completely honest and trustworthy. Why are you looking at me like that? I was out checking to make sure you weren't sleeping near one of my... Actually, never mind. Just be careful where you sit. But since I'm here, I'd like to share 2 things with you. 1, I do not take rejection well. 2, the first thing is very important to remember. Were you drawing me? Trapper doesn't answer. You aren't drawing stick lines radiating out of me, are you? Still nothing from Trapper. Look, I'm not an easy guy to get along with, but I'm an easy guy to spend time with. That will make sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow. The rest of the scum live like rats. They wouldn't know a good time if it bit them on the ass. I mean that literally. Point is, if you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, extravagance, and fun. Yes, I said fun. And if I don't pick you? Remember what I said earlier. It might be the last thing you ever forget. But hey, you look tired. Get some rest, sleep. Maybe even sleep well if you can. Just try not to roll over to the about 15 feet to your left. Finally alone for real this time. Maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Does Trapper think I'm rejecting him? Oh boy. Wait a second, where are we? This isn't... Oh geez, it is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all of the contestants talk directly to the camera. I think today went really well. These are some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing at in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say, oh I do? Oh, okay, attractive, mysterious... I really don't know that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash her entrails off my sarafan. That being said, the other 3 would make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I for one will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill. And Trapper. Oof, where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I'll be perfectly fine on my own I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. This is weird, I don't care enough to kill this person, but if anyone else wants to, I don't care enough to stop him. Might have to just kill Dwight to feel anything again. Oh, you got his name right. I'm not really sure how to feel about Nia. On one hand, everyone I have ever cared about has met an awful fate, so it's probably good for Nia if she just keep ignoring me. On the other hand, there's something about them that could work out for my plan, or for me. Have I ever felt absolutely nothing inside? It's fine. Same. Still alive. Wait, they could kill me there? You open your eyes, the sun is shining, there's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great, totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact you fell asleep by a campfire, but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really were here for another day. Why? You really are here for another day. Why? I have no idea. Yeah, you're obviously weird. Thanks, narrator. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? And talk about sexy, here comes Trickster carrying coffee. He's bringing me coffee?! Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off right. That looks like death, but thank you. Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning... Are they? I don't know if the musicians I know are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I'm just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now is the time. Never mind, he left. Well, at least he brought me a cup of... No, wait, don't drink that! What the hell is that? They don't call him Trickster because he's good out on a skateboard. And you definitely didn't just get the name because he brings people drinks so that they can have a good morning. That was almost certainly not coffee, and I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, or torturing you. Yet. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise, the type of place you give a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review to, not an eternal prison of pain. And... yeah, that's the other game. And please make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Trust me, I'm looking out for you, so can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment. I need no recognition, for I'm the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something of grave importance. Fine, go ahead. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up review if it was crafted with love and or that's the type of thing you're into. I know the ocean is right. Oh, sorry. You know, the ocean is right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent, and wherever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, vacations, it's not easy to do. Sometimes there are some small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bare their soul as part of the creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for your enjoyment, not to be overly critical of them. Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that, especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh sure, they make great points, I agree. Can we please move on? Oh, yes, of course. Apologies, Nia. Last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? I like the last one, which is yes, I'm not suspicious. I'm not suspicious, there's no option. I'm gonna pick it. Whoops. Yes, I'm not at all suspicious that there's no option here. What an encouraging response. And we're so glad you're not suspicious. Hey Claudia, maybe Nia isn't suspicious because they figured out what they're actually doing here. Zero chance, they're still clicking, and even right now to see how you'll respond. Hey, look at that, yeah, they don't know anything. It doesn't matter though, Nia, we're so happy to hear you're having fun. I didn't say I was having fun. Look at their faces. Okay. We're all having fun, Nia. Do you hear us? We're all having fun! We do need to ask you one more question, though. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Do you really... Would you please sign this non-disbarment agreement? Okay, I think I have to. Yes, I would hereby agree to participate in a verbal contract stating that I, Nia, will never say anything negative about my stay here on this island. Perfect. Delightful. Excellent. Yes, yes! Hey, Nia, it's totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in a positive review because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance. With all the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can mean only one thing. Breakfast. Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon, and so much for maintaining these beach bods. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magical powers that only get you so far? Sorry, magical powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. You take the plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful and mysterious island. And it looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection, though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. I can't imagine you could make me any angrier today than you did yesterday, but I really hope you do. I really hope you do. Unrelated, anyone see where I left my cleaver? Haha, just kidding, I always know where my cleaver is. Well, that was bizarre. Back to your breath. No. Now Hunter steps up to talk about her feelings. I feel a stirring inside my animal heart, something I've never felt before. It's almost like the feeling right before I go in for the kill, but softer, warmer. I would 100% give her a hug. Sounds like it could be love, or maybe just indigestion from all that raw beef she had last night. Ah well, that surely must be it. No one else would weirdly stand up during breakfast too. And just like that, here comes Spirit. If I look especially well rested this morning, it's not because I slept well, as you know. I'm much too dedicated to finding revenge to ever sleep again. But because you all really left me alone yesterday to be my best not constantly annoying self, and I thank you for that. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go back quietly resenting being trapped here with you all while looking cute doing so. Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak in front of the group. Ah, perfect. There he is. Take us home, Wraith. I'm glad the introduction of Nia to our island paradise, and yeah, that was in quotations, didn't distract me from my normal routine, ignoring all of you and vice versa. This place is an eternal prison of suspicion and suffering, and no one cares. I'm still the only one asking any questions. I'm asking a question too. It's when will Ray shut up? And now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep them wanting more. You're getting good at this game. Sexy, true to life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat breakfast, but so be it. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing? Me? Well, yeah, I guess. That's okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers, but it seems like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No. I swear I had no idea these two even do whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. It's probably something like putting up like a tent or whatever. Please say something so that they know you're close by and can hear everything. Oh, wow, look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left on the chair. Anyone know where I could buy some? Damn it! Aw, come on, a little privacy please. Dwight is panting and Claudia has a crazed look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I'm here, and I could hear you well, you know. No, what? What do you think we were doing? You were doing? I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like, fun? You think 2 people trying to find new ways to kill each other in a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping if we stab each other in just the right spot, we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe that the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from, and I believe that place is in our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think we were me and him? Do I? You don't have to laugh that hard. They get it. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Oh no. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all our entry rooms, and 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, Nia. You're going to need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A Craig-midi. Shut up, I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah! You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So far today has been exhausting too, but you are dedicated to achieving a true, centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit, just soaking up the sun in a heated pool. Today, you're on a date with you. Oh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? You would. You 100% would, because there's only you and you. And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tip, like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's not a tree at all, it's... Hey, babe. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone's just getting up and announcing how they're feeling? What's that about? Some forced kind of check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kinda lazy. Whatever, though. Breakfast is dumb. No one would eat before noon or after 4 p.m. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You've seen my abs, by the way. Maybe you can see them later in my private stage on the other island. You know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out, if you play your cards right. I could give you a private show. Catch you around. His abs are pretty amazing, you gotta give him that. And the blow-up bat? Threatening but adorable. Makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything. And we're not best friends. Just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking, it's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that that guy is gone and we got some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by, it's time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and nope, another shadow. These people will never leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. Ah yes, Huntress, that makes sense. You two have gotten pretty cozy. We should get out of here. I know a place that's quiet and out of the way. No one will be able to hunt us, hear us there. Doesn't that sound intriguing? But immediately a flood of worry floods your brain. Should you pack a picnic? Bring your swimsuit? A pocket knife? You decide to bring as much as you can, and may have to make a run for it at some point, and you should be prepared. But of course, you washed up on this island with nothing but the clothes on your back, and you got nothing to gather. Are you really ready for this? I mean, they call her the Huntress, not the Hugstress. She looks like she would like a hug. Just a side note. You look up at this towering goddess, trying to form a sentence, and suddenly, before you can decide if you want to go off with her, the trapper interjects. I demand that you reconsider. Why settle for a bunny with a hatchet when you can have everything you ever wanted? Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember that these are all cold-blooded killers, but you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And then die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island has really got me tilted. So, who will it be? Well, Huntress. I gotta go with Huntress. Whee! She'll protect me, right? Forest friend! Yay! Okay. You and Huntress make your way to the secluded beach house. Your heart thrums in your chest. Don't look up. Thrums is a real word, I swear. Are these nerves of excitement or terror? Isn't it fun to mix the sexy with the horrifying? Huntress is quiet as a mouse as she guides you through the island. Is she gonna put me in her house? You struggle to keep up with her. She moves like a jungle cat, all muscle and silent leaps across thorny brush. She halts suddenly, and you crash into her, having been desperately trying to keep up. You follow her gaze and realize that you've arrived. A cabin in the woods, obligatory in nearly all horror films and stories, and you've come here willingly with a fearsome killer. Good job. The cabin is cozy, but something seems off about it. You can't quite put your finger on what it is. Huntress stares at you through her bunny mask, cocking her head to the side as if trying to gauge your reaction to her hideaway. Are you going to invite me inside? Why do you need an invitation? Are you a vampire? Maybe. Haha, no. Oh. Is it just me or Huntress seem a little disappointed? Didn't peg her for a lover of the Fang. But hey, I don't judge. Come on, let's explore. Wait, isn't this her cabin? You follow her inside. It's creepy, rickety, and definitely not up to code, but it has a certain homey charm. Did she just leave all these candles on? That's irresponsible. You're quite the decorator. She blushes. Indeed she is. A chandelier made of bones hangs delicately from the foyer ceiling. A collection of trinkets line the mantel. Something tells you that the people who once owned these things are not of this mortal coil anymore. Could you be Huntress's next victim? The thought gives you a wicked thrill. Hey, she's looking at you again. What do you think of my collection? I could learn to love this. I could certainly learn to like this. The whole place is quite tactile. There's so much to look at. The organization... There's like blood on this. The organized chaos makes me want to craft things with my hands. I knew you'd like it here. You have an eye of someone who appreciates fine stolen things. I can't wait to go treasure hunting with you. We could find so many more goodies on the island. But first, what do you think of the other killers on the island? I mean, Trickster is pretty out there, but everyone else seems like they have interesting backstories and whatnot. A little gossip, huh? What are you playing at, Nia? Huntress considers this for a beat. She seems to have two modes, thoughtful and explosive. You hope to never be in the splash zone when the explosive part emerges. Why? Are you jealous? Before you can answer, the house begins to shake. Huntress loses her balance on the termite infested floors and falls into your arms. You are not mad about this, but before you have time to enjoy taking this moment in... Oh my god! Oh no, it's an attack! A horde of killer crabs invade the crevices of the poorly constructed cabin. They race at you in Huntress and swarms, clacking their razor-sharp claws at you. You must act quickly. What will you do? Grab a shashka. Isn't that like the knife things? You quickly reach out and grab a shashka off the wall. Being the highly educated person that you definitely are, you know that a shashka is a Russian sword, not an umbrella or a can of cola or something else like that. Back to back with the hunters, you both hack away at the attacking crustaceans. You manage to slay the majority of the killer crabs, and the ones that you miss go scurrying off back into their hidey holes. Huntress turns to you with a gaze that's full of passion and intrigue. However, before it bubbles over, she looks away, suppressing this feeling. Is she nervous? Huntress sits down on the wicker couch and begins cleaning the guts off her hatchet. It's an obligatory scene for every killer. You're just happy not to be the source of what she's wiping off. Looks like we're having crab for dinner. She doesn't smile at your jokes. She has that ponderous look on her face again. You join her on the couch. Man, sometimes those near-death experiences really get me thinking about what I want in life. I think I'd really like to start a family one day. How about you? The answer's no. But maybe one day with the right person. I mean, it's a life-changing decision. You have to make sure it's right. Huntress smiles coyly. A good answer. You never know what kind of weirdos are out there. What were you like as a kid? You try to imagine this giantess as a meek child in a puffer coat wandering about the forest. Huntress chuckles, her laugh quite cute and soft. I was so innocent, I hunted to survive and went back to the cottage and Mother would tell me stories and we'd drink tea and imagine a life far away from the woods. Somewhere like this. I suppose I finally achieved what she wanted from me, but since coming here, something feels off. It's beautiful and warm and everyone is so attractive, like thirst traps galore. But don't you get the feeling that something is coming for us? Oh no, she's onto you. But onto you about what? Swirling memories rush through your head. Nightmares, visions of a dark cloud. Claudette and Dwight's vacant stares that belie some sort of hypnosis. Quick, validate her theory and try... Totally. I think you're onto something. What do you know? How long have you been here? Do you remember anything at all about why we might be here? I've been having these dreams, seeing things. I think we're all serving some greater purpose here. Huntress reveals a strange object that she stole from near the stage where Trickster performs. It has some strange symbol on it. Oh, it's a bottle. Truthfully, it doesn't seem that strange to you. It's just a glass bottle. However, the label is interesting. She hands it over to you. But before she can explain her theory, Claudette and Dwight burst in on you and interrupt. We have a dramatic announcement, but it needs to happen back at the beach. You arrive at the beach and realize you were set up. There's no big announcement at all. What we have here is good old-fashioned rivalry. It's true, exactly like that voice we cannot hear and certainly aren't referencing says. We are forced to interrupt your lovely date by another killer. They are here and ready to make an offer of love that you won't be able to deny. Oh no! Trapper emerges from the water. Is he in slow motion? He's pure thirst. He's Paul Newman on horseback. He's Denzel on the cover of GQ. Manly manliness brought to life. Also, was he holding his breath under there this whole time waiting for his cue? That's commitment to a bit if I've ever seen it. I heard you've been spending the day in a quaint cottage. That's cute. How about a quaint mansion? Or better yet, how about one on each continent? Yeah, I'm including Antarctica. I'm really, really rich. Think of how cozy we can get there in a snowy 10-bedroom chateau. Oh, fuck. That's okay. That way we could kill Mama Polar Bear from the outside while watching your cubs cry over her body from the... Wow, Trapper is the real deal. And by real, I mean really, and by deal, I mean evil. Plus, you really want to hunt for your food for the rest of your life? With me, you can get it both ways. Savagery and someone to clean up after you. Sounds nice, huh? Ugh, as if. That life isn't for me, bro. I'm very impressed you can speak with implied quotation marks. Very cool. This guy is a total douche nozzle. Try hard much? He's like the turn-of-the-century Pacific Northwest version of a Wall Street bro. Trust me, it tracks. Patrick Bateman with a huge chip on his shoulder. You wouldn't go to him if he were brandishing a cleaver at you. Oh shit, he is. Thanks, but no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm into a quieter lifestyle. I relish my independence and don't need someone to wipe my butt for me. You run back to the huge arms of the huntress. She hugs you tight, so tight that you think the life... you think you feel the life leave your body for just a minute. It hurts so good. I like those kinds of hugs. You know what? I'm impressed that you stood up to me. I appreciate someone giving me their totally honest opinion, even if that opinion makes me want to carve out your liver. But the butt wiping comment? That's not what I meant by clean up after you, but I'm hiring someone to do that for me the moment I get home. Trapper leaves, and you turn to the huntress walking in slow motion back into the water. It's pretty weird. He just gonna stay in there all night? I guess so. Shall we continue our date? Huntress leads you back to her cabin. You thought you'd remember the way, but it's like the forest has completely changed. Nothing is familiar. Better not get lost out there. Can you believe that guy? Classic Trapper. Pulling a move like that. I'm so glad you chose me, though. I didn't think we've explored all there is between us yet. She winks a bunny mask eye and scoops you up onto her back. Oh, cool. Huntress runs through the woods with you piggyback riding her. The wind ruffles your hair. Animals clear a path for the mighty wood woman as she races by, like, the lead from that famous teen vampire drama in that one scene where he calls her a spider monkey. Huntress doesn't call you that. Thank God. Whee! Eventually, she gently lowers you to the ground and you take in your surroundings. A wooden clearing in the forest. Huntress prances about like a deer in a meadow. I like to come here sometimes to clear my head and hack up a few cute woodland creatures. Foxes are my favorite to slaughter. They think they're so cute and sly, but I see right through them. They're just assholes. Great with hot sauce. Huntress hears rustling and darts off to find the source, crouching down low like an animal. Now you're alone in the middle of the forest. Which way did you come from again? No idea. Your sense of direction is all off. A mellifluous voice floats through the air, landing upon your ears like a syrupy honey. Come find me! Okay, not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, fuck. You missed completely. Ah, no! Darn it. That was so fun. You're so good at hiding. I'm having a real blast. Thanks. They say it takes 10,000 hours of practice to get good at something. Hey, they do say that. That was fun, huh? I keep trying to just relax and have a good time, but that's really hard for me. Anytime I let my guard down, something terrible happens. Like what? Sometimes I find young girls in the woods little perfect angels that need my protection, but if I turn my back for a moment, they wind up dying. That got dark, but you feel the huntress wouldn't admit this to just anyone. Oh look, Claudia and Dwight are get out of here! Okay, we swear we were here for a good reason this time. Yeah, no one is manipulating us this time. It's just time for dinner. Could get some grub. What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining. That's And that's not just the remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. No, you're really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry. I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle ribbing. It's time to get back to business. All the appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Ray's here too. We're not going to do the gag where we cram all of this all on the screen at the same time again. So just believe me, they're all here, and they're just as sexy and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone is being very careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm surprised that these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Wraith seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, he throws caution to the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murder's Island, but hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do, and heaven knows they won't do any better than that. Aww! I'm sick of watching everyone else gorge themselves while I'm preoccupied with, trying to get to the bottom of this never-ending nightmare. So tonight, none of that. I'm not really hungry anyway, so I say we just do a simple salad or something. The green kind, not the mayo kind. Mayo is gross. I'm fine with just lettuce. It doesn't have to be fancy. Not iceberg, though. It has no nutritional value. He's smart, and he knows. Letting Wraith choose was a mistake. That's all on all of us. Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group? You had an interesting day, that's for sure, but how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little and it could affect your standing with the group? Okay, but don't just sit there and say nothing. Nothing is not an option. Tell about your brush with death. Today was nuts. We went to Huntress's secret cabin and killer crabs attacked us. It's true. It's true. I'll fall asleep tonight with the delicious sounds of crunching crustaceans. That would never have happened on my yacht. I grind them up. Much more satisfying way to kill crabs. At least those kinds of crabs. I have a little comb for the other kind. Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now, and they are all very tired. Oh wait. No, sorry. That's a dreary supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica, not a charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise. That's not how you say it. Bony appetit. Bony appetite. It's bon appetit. But anyway. Don't you mean bon? No, almost everything we serve has lots of bones in it, even the vegetables. Impossible to avoid on this island. Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and very deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants? I'll thank them. Your top-notch service is much appreciated. Everyone, if you would please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit, we'd greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen, something that will change everything. You can go willingly or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies. Did you have a choice on how you said that, dweeb? Yes, I immediately regret how I did. Good, something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope that the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes. Because of childhood trauma involving fire. And finally, everyone starts moving forward toward the fire pit, if only to get away from Ray's complaining. So mean! Why are they so mean to him? You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for other killers to take their places, wondering who will want to tell their story this time. Will narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing happens. Something almost always seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably not a great sign. Oh, cool, now everyone is looking at you. So, do something. Should I pick someone to tell a story, or could we play charades? Boggle? Well, we're actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story? Wraith points his spine and skull staff thingamajig at you. You duck out of the way, who knows what that thing can do. Probably shoots lasers. Try not to bore us. We're just very interested in you. Sorry, my voice is getting tired. Don't speak for me, Huntress. Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or if it's just your nerves heating up. I know that the fire is right here, but maybe we can stop talking about all the time. We can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, threaten to burn us all alive. He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. Knew was about to make an important decision about telling a story or not. Fine, I'll tell a story. Sure, I'm going to tell a story. I hope it's a mystery. Okay, so what type of story do you want to tell? Adventure! Alright. You like your Dwayne The Rock Johnson movies? How about some adventure? Now we're talking! It's not my favorite, but I respect your choice and will nod politely. You don't have to say that, Wraith. Just nod politely. Okay, here goes. I really like to go fishing. Solid hobby. Great foundation for story, for sure. I might have to call it quits after this night. My voice is gone. Okay. It's going. It's not completely gone. I can obviously still talk a little bit. You pause. Everyone is waiting with bated breath. No pun intended. Oh wait, that's it? Not much of a story. Barely even a thought. My pun was better than that story. You sure that's all you have to say? No. No, I was just kidding. So what type of story do you want to tell? Action? There's an action-packed yarn for you lot. The time I got into a bar fight. The group is interested. They lean in. I'm all ears. I'm not talking about the bucket of them I have on my boat. Crack open a beer by smashing the bottle cap on the nearest rock before starting. I'm at the local watering hole, powering up my regular 12 beers before I slay at the pool table. Slay is good. Steely Dan blasts from the jukebox. The bartender's tip jar is filled to the brim. I pound the final pin and smash the glass on the counter as I demand shots for the entire joint. The patrons cheer for me. I am their god. Suddenly, I hear the telltale revving of engines outside. Motorcycles. The saloon doors swing open. Oh wait, is this saloon now? And in walks my arch nemesis, Big Slim, the giant of the North Toledo. Toledo? He sounds sexy. I thought I smelled something acrid from Akron when I hopped off the hog, Slim says with a sneer. I get up from my stool. The gal behind me rubs my shoulders, revving me up for the inevitable fight. A long way from home, aren't we, Slim? What are the fine people of Elm Street going to do without someone to sell them someone's second-hand cufflinks tonight? I taunt him. He strokes his oily beard. The story has a lot of specific geographical references in it. I have a perfectly good job at the pawn shop. Why are you coming at me like this? Slim yells. That's fair, I scream back. Why do we even hate each other? I can't even remember. Something about me cutting you off in traffic, but it was just a misunderstanding, Slim yells. Well then, let's hug it out, I say, tears starting to well. And we made up. What about that bar fight? Oh yeah, we got into a real blow-out fight later that night. Really yelled our proverbial heads off, but it was just an argument about whether you should say pop or soda. Come on! I gave up headlining at Coachella for this. Spirit laughs hysterically, probably laughing at you, but it's a laugh that you're ready to accept. That sure was a kind of story, technically. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. We can't just end there. So who else would you like Who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide what might be the most entertaining. Huntress. Huntress, you seem to be raring to go. Let's hear from you. Sure thing. My neck of the woods isn't wanting for horrifying mythology. Mother once told me a story of a young man who was traveling back home after the war. Which war? Doesn't matter. I just wanted some backstory details to paint a picture. I'll paint a picture if you want. The man was lost and running out of food rations. He stopped the rest of the night for underneath a majestic birch tree. That's when he saw the woman, naked, skin glistening in the twilight glow. Hot. I'm invested. They sang a haunting melody that made their way downhill towards the inviting lake. Enchanted by the music, the young man followed the parade of beautiful women until they stopped in a clearing next to the water. They turned to him and smiled. The one woman with long red hair stepped forward to reach for his hand. The others began to play music, flutes, lutes, tambourines. The melody was intoxicating. The man's feet began to move beneath him. He was dancing, moved by the magical music of these mysterious women. Twilight darkened into night, and the guy... Oh my god, I can't... I'm sorry, guys. I'm really trying. But when he tried to still his moving feet, they found he could not. Help! I cannot stop dancing, he cried to the nearest woman, the slender woman with green hair. She drew near him, and he saw her features distorted to something horrific. She was bloated, an eye hanging from one socket, skin the color of algae, a rusalka, her true self. You'll never stop dancing, she screeched at him. My sisters and I drowned in this lake by men of your regiment. Consider this your punishment. The man cried out, but it wasn't me. Someone must pay, the rusalka said, her voice filled with brooding malice. And so the man danced and danced until his bones broke and his heart gave out, the dance of death. A silent beat as everyone takes in this macabre ending. But it's not all that bad. Rusalkas are also fertility goddesses. If a lady had stumbled across them, she would have been blessed with a fruitful womb and probably some candy for the road. Does she really think that's a happy ending? I want that, what Huntress is having. How was story time? A lot of people take pot shots as sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm more of a fan of the episodic style of storytelling. Knowing as a series takes a lot of pressure off any individual installment and builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, Nia, if you could delete any sequel from existence, which would it be? Don't answer that. We actually don't care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic Twilight moment. Dwight, I'm gonna need you to shut your trap. Your yap trap. You know that we need to get back to that thing we do when we're not on screen. Okay, you have fun tonight and try not to wink wink end up dead. Why did you say the words wink wink out loud and what kind of double entendre are you getting at with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking, not since the accident, and you do know what these people are. Oh my goodness. And you do know that all of these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for Spirit, she doesn't really belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear somebody trash-talking Spirit? Deal me in. What do we say we take this talk to the hot tub so I can soak this bog while roasting that ghost with some killer hot takes? Please, enough talk of burns. Things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that these activities have to be set to a literal fire, but I must be surrounded by figurative flames as well. What if we turned and ran as far away from this place as we could, just you and me? On those spindly legs, you'd probably tire before you got too far. If it's running away to some place more secluded Nia is after, she should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's just That's because I chose to move swiftly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice and it's completely logical. Why is everybody so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all of that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell your fake solutions to all of your fabricated problems. I'll just be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play their game anymore. It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on, or just me? I don't know how to take that, Trapper. Really. Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of everyone else, is still on you for the moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us. Maybe we could all move on with our lives, or, you know, some special project we might have going. You heard him. Who will it be? Who will you head off with for your evening activity? I'm just saying, you might not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murder Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either. But this streaming reality TV dating show boom it's pretty much all that wasn't taken. Which killer would you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, oh, that guy. Huntress? You know, I had a feeling you'd pick me. You've got good taste. And I don't just say that because I'm considering eating you. Huntress licks her lips as she's eyeing you up and down. You never felt like a literal piece of meat this much in your life before. What have you gotten yourself into? Well, let's go over to the bar. I'm gonna make you something special. You and Huntress whisk yourselves off to the bar. And when you arrive, you find an arrangement of arts and craft supplies. And are those taxidermy tools? Cool. Are you freaking out? I'm not freaking out. You wonder what's going through the Huntress's head, though she's bubbly enthusiastic. You're always terrified she might snap. Something on your mind? She smiles. Drink this! Oh! This is what we saw at the beginning screen. Huntress hands you a seemingly normal tropical cocktail. If anyone were to drug you in some sort of state in which you could be operated on, those flavors would certainly hide the poison. You look around and consider what else there is to live for besides becoming Huntress's little toy, and the conclusion is bombs away. You drink the drink and it's quite nice. I've been thinking about making you a present. A mask. Would you be into that? Yeah, of course. I've always admired yours. What would you like? It can't be a dog, even though I know you like them. There was the Zacks. They were really into Dobrans. Like, too into them. It's a long story. I want a fluffy cat mask. Actually, you know what? Anglerfish would be cool, especially if she could give me a light. Yeah. A mask with a light dangling off the front of it? And big scary fang teeth? All the better to see in the dark when I go out on my evening hunt and chomp my prey to death. I'm talking about anglerfish, baby! That is such a cool idea. Badass. Yeah, I'm full of cool ideas. I don't even know where they come from. Probably like the clouds or something. Or the designers of this game. Well, I know what I'm going to be working on tonight, all alone in my skimpy pajamas. Huntress winks at you. Should we just, like, get out of here? These drinks are making me pretty sleepy. Should we, like, get out of here? Maybe go get directly into your bed? No, that's not how tonight goes. I mean, it's not how it's supposed to go. At least, not yet, at least. Ah, you kooky kids. Soon. Huntress, you got lots of hobbies. Why don't you share something with us that you're passionate about? Something less deadly than throwing axes or chasing survivors, maybe? Just a thought. Making more masks? Or wait, making matching gloves? No, you little joker. I'm thinking of a different type of making your victims die fast, medium, or slow deaths, depending on the mood we're in. It's another round of be careful what you wish for on Murder's Island. Dwight, I need your help. Doing something in a different place entirely. You read my mind. Meet you there. I'm talking about mycology. You know mushrooms? I've picked a lot of them, and I'm very familiar with which ones make for great soup base. And which ones make you super dead. I'll show you 2 mushrooms. You point to the one that's safe to eat. Okay, that sounds easy enough. looks that little fellow is an autumn skullcap, and after anyone, if the diary doesn't kill you, the liver failure probably will. Next up, this one is very easy. I'm sure you'll nail it. Point at the one that won't result in the most instant death if you eat it. That one? Ro-oh. How'd you do the Scooby-Doo thing? You would have just eaten a deadly dapperling, which has the name that is both adorable and, well, deadly. Adorable and deadly. You know anyone like that? Final question. Which will make you jump for joy and which will make you vomit until you die? Aw, jeez, I'm sorry, hon. That's Destroying Angel. It's very deadly. Not to be confused with the Wish-Granting Angel, which is what you might imagine you see while you're hallucinating on your deathbed after chowing down one of these. That was fun, right? I like flexing a little more than just my biceps for you. Alright, let's see here. Tabulating your answers, and let's hope you hunt better than you forage, because you're bad at foraging. Very bad. Let's get us all killed bad. I could do berries. Pretty good at... I'm more of a, you know, farmer, grower. I'd get strawberries and all these other berries. And I wouldn't have to worry about mushrooms. I'm not really a huge mushroom fan to begin with. Maybe it's because I wouldn't be able to tell what's deadly or not. Huntress claps her hands giddily. I appreciate you spending time with me tonight. I know other killers are all very alluring in their own way. It means a lot that you spend time with a forest bumpkin such as myself. You're no bumpkin, you're cool. You're no bumpkin, you're a strong, independent woman. Don't demean yourself. Huntress leaps on you, knife to your throat. I'll demean myself if I want to. She's angry but also turned on. This is pretty hot. Okay. We're here. Claudia and Dwight are gathering everyone together on the beach. Typical. Exactly what the boy said. I'm telling you, and I'm being honest, that you're the only one who can hear me. I don't think it's honest. The gang's all together again on the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was? Oi, feels like I've been here a lot longer than that, actually. It's so late that the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so that I mean you, can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual narratordom. Good thing you've really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the gang. The brain, the mogul, the basket case, the psychotic? Is that spelled wrong? That's spelled wrong. Psychotic bunny girl, you know, the 4 types of people. Anyway, everyone is gathering on the volleyball court for a new type of game. Pitch your dream date and see who Nia chooses. Who's ready for a round robin? How round are we talking? No, not to eat, Huntress. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you all about the dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost be like the order does matter. Wraith, why don't you go first? You look like you'd hate that. Oh. Was that Joy? Sorry. Stop talking. Sorry, anyway, Wraith? Well, I don't know. I'd prefer to just tell Nia privately. I don't know how that's going to work with these game mechanics. What if you just whispered it to Nia? Wraith considers this for a long moment. Too long. That's fine. Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper. Tomorrow we have to find my bell. And then I can finally tell you about what I've been working on. It's going to be really special. The kind of thing where we will really bond. And maybe finally get off this island. And maybe then we can go on a real date. You done? Is that it? Wraith nods, proud. Great! Huntress, why don't you take it from here? Tomorrow morning I'm planning a nice atmosphere's breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know it's gone. What was that? Nothing. Go away. Then boy oh boy, I've got such an adventure planned. It involves hunting for treasure. What kind of treasure we're looking for? Guess you have to pick me to find out. Let me tell you, it's promo stuff. Now, if you don't mind, I gotta start preparing, because it's clear already that you're gonna pick me. Confident, mysterious, I like it. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable not only in polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event, and also the larger meta-narrative of Dead by Daylight dating experience? Sometimes you just gotta say it. Why, yes, thank you, I'd love to. So, Nia, you're thinking of picking me? Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished. And rewarded? Tomorrow will suck, probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with, I know that. But I can tell you this much, I'm hiding a secret on this item that will make fans shit themselves with excitement. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it, and if not, you're a maggot. Also, everyone, even confident sexy ladies in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht. Great! Huntress, why don't you take it from here? Tomorrow... Oh, wait. I think this is a repeat of that. Weird. I guess it wasn't expecting me to, pick Huntress here. And time's up, everyone. Gosh, you'll need to dream about these options so you're ready to choose in the morning. No, go dream about all those swoon-worthy options so that you're ready to make the choice come dawn. Have a swell night. Do you two forget to mention something? Oh gosh, how could we forget? Before you run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality dating competition parody would be complete without singling out one of our contestants who's already teetering on the edge of psychological break. And giving them a little push. Hold up. This has been a survival dating competition parody this entire time, and I'm just finding out now. Come on, the signs were there. You just didn't read them. Welcome to Murderer's Island. And now, it's now time to eliminate one of the killers. Oof, it's like a butchering, but it hurts even worse. You can't kill a killer, but can you break their heart? Do you dare to even try? You mean... That's right, tomorrow one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? But why? Because it's dramatic? Because it's surprising? Because it's a classic reversal of fate? And it will hurt somebody's feelings. Someone dangerous. What's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you see him coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats, and I heard she can disappear. Hard to track. Eek! If you get rid of the wraith, he might cry. And otherwise, I would support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable. It just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Huntress, she might pretend to be okay with it, but then you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is I don't envy you, boss. So which sociopath are you eliminating? Let's eliminate the Trapper. I'm not scared of him. See ya, Trapper! It was very simple, Trapper. You scared the living shit out of me. You were eliminated. That's fair. Honestly, though, I don't care. You suck. But not in a good way. You bore me, your personality-free maggot, and it wouldn't even be fun trying to kill you. Which I was totally going to do tomorrow, the first chance I got, so really, this is a win-win for both of us. Still might kill you, though. Out of principle for eliminating me. Sleep with both eyes open. And have fun on your date tomorrow. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should go get some shut-eye. And don't worry too much about the broken heart you just left behind. Because of course they'll be receiving a consolation prize. They might not get to go home with Nia when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right, we're sending our eliminated player home with... their own, mostly new trickster body pillow. The next best thing to real trickster. It might not hug you back, but it definitely won't try to stab you. And how do we know? Because I've tried it. That's right, it's white tested. Glad it approved. I hope you sleep well tonight, Nia. You're my hero for what you've accomplished. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you've done? No, not because of the guilt. I mean knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight knowing what you'll do tomorrow? I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know those two. Schedule, schedule, schedule. Okay. So, I'm gonna read this. Wow, what a crazy way to end the day. An elimination? I didn't even know it was that kind of game. Neither did I. So I'm gonna stop it here. It's been 2 hours and my voice is getting very tired. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will continue this in the next episode. So I'll see you there. Bye-bye.